if she wants to learn that. But we can just go over, maybe she's listening.
Maybe, yeah. Let's just go over the prevalent, the preppy something fractions.
Equivalent.
So,
Let's see. Oh, let's see. This might be too small. Oh, there we go. Can you read this? Or is it too blurry?
it's a bit.
I'll beat the hell out of you. So,
Let me find. Is it? Can you read it, or is it too like small to read?
It's too small. Well, it's too blurry.
Okay, let me just find like a different one then.
Equivalent fractions have the same value.
Oh, yeah, well, you don't have to read that. Let's just look at the problems. But yeah, that's what it says. Equivalent fractions have the same value even though they use different numbers. So it's just showing you like how they're the same, I guess. So this one is essentially one whole because you shade the whole thing. But since they divide it into two, this is two halves, right? You have this is one half, and then this is another half, right? So this is one half, and then this is your second half. So that's two halves. And then for this one, you divide it into four, but everything's still shaded, so it's the same thing as the first one. What would this fraction be called? Esther, are you still here? Or Fola, do you want to try?
I'm letting Esther have this.
Esther, you want to try the first one?
Okay.
I'll let Esther have this.
Is it 4?
Yeah. So the top part, the numerator, the top part of your fraction is always what's shaded in here. So for like the first one is you have two shaded, so 2's on top. And then for the second one, everything like all the four slices are shaded, so you do 4, and the bottom your denominators like the total. You want to try the second one because the first one was kind of easy.
1?
Yeah. So these are still the same, like half of the circle. So for this one, half of the circle is shaded. And then this one, essentially half of this is also shaded, but it's just divided into like smaller pieces. So imagine if you have a pizza that's, it's normally 8 slices, but then your brother eats like 4, which is half of the total number of slices. That's what that means. So that's why they're equivalent fractions. That's why they're equal to each other. Modi, do you want to try this, the third one? This one here?
No, I need to shut. Yes.
Okay. So you just fill in the missing number. What should be here?
Oh, that is so. 6.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So for the top ones, you count the shaded slices. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the bottom would be like the total. So including the not shaded one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's the same for this one. And then it shows you that they're the same. Like 3/4 is equal to 6/8. It's because like the shaded parts is the same. You're left with this like same amount that's not shaded. So Who wants to do the fourth one? Esther or Fola? But you just did the last one. Let's give the other ones a chance to do this. Esther, do you want to do the fourth one?
Okay.
It's this one.
Six.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you just count the shaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's what's missing. And then the ones at the bottom would be the total number of slices. And they're still the same. Like if you look at the drawings, they are the same. We shaded the same size. It's just this one's cut like in bigger pieces than this one. And then how about this fifth one? Okay, Modi, it's your turn. Oh, Modi left. Okay, Esther, then you can do like the last two.
Two and two.
Yes. So these would still be the same. It's so the same size, like the same shaded portions are the same size. It's just you kind of tilted the circle ones, but they should be the same. So like this side, like this shaded one here should be the same as this one. And then if you fit them together, you put one on top of the other, you should be able to tell that. Does that make sense? Do you want any more examples for equivalent fractions?
Yes.
Okay, let me just find some more. Are you confident with equivalent fractions that are not like drawn? Like if I just give you the numbers, you think you can do equivalent fractions?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. If not, I mean, we can totally go over those. Okay, can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. You can write on the screen if you want. If not, I can just write it down. So do you want to try the first one, or do you want me to go over the first one first? I can give you like 1 or 2 minutes and then you can try it. And then if not, we can just go over it together. Okay. I can start with this one. So if it's easy, I can start in the first one here and then we'll do the rest together. If it's easier for you, we can try drawing them out. But if not, we can just do, so this is kind of like how you figure out how to do equivalent fractions. So I'm just gonna write on this side here. So for the first one, we have 1/3, and that's equal to, this is a blank, and then 6. We want to multiply this first number by another fraction, but it should be the same number. So it's either like 1, 1, or 2, 2, or 3, 3, until we get the same values as this one. So what can I multiply to 3 to get 6? Esther, you're muted, so I can't hear you.
What did you say?
What can I multiply to 3 to get 6?
2.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're trying to multiply the first fraction with another one, until we get the equivalent fraction here. So we multiply with the same number on the top and the bottom. So if we have 2 on the bottom, what should I write on the top? So we multiply 2, yeah. So we do this because so 2 over 2 is equal to 1 whole, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you divide by itself is equal to 1. So this whole thing, the second number, that's equal to 1. So if I multiply 1/3 by 1, it should give me the same answer.
So
right?
up here, so then up here is 2?
Yes. Yeah. So we can draw that out too if you want. So yeah, that's essentially it. Yeah. Yep. See, you're really good at this. You're almost done. Okay, so a few things. So you multiply whatever is on the top with the number that you get to pick, like the missing ones. So for number 9, for example, right? You start with 2 halves, and then you multiply it with
I understand now, though.
2 good. 2 halves again. So the bottom ones you multiply 2 by 2, you get 4. And then the top one you multiply. So 2 times 2 is also 4. So instead of this being a 2, that should actually be a 4. Okay.
What?
So you multiply the top and the bottom with the same number. So if let me give you an example. So if you have 2/3 and you want to make it into 6, what do you have to multiply to get 6?
2.
So you multiply the bottom with 2, you multiply the top with 2 as well. So this one, whatever you write at the bottom, you should write it at the top as well, okay? Because that would equal to 1, and so you're not changing your number. So the bottom is 3 times 2, you get 6, right? And then the top would be 2 times 2, which is
4.
4. Good girl, yeah. So this one, how about number 10? Do you think this is right?
No.
What should it be?
8.
Try again. So let's do this again. So I'm just going to erase some stuff here. So looking at number 10, we have 3/4. And we want to make it into something that your denominator is 8. So what should you multiply to 4 to get 8?
2.
Go. So if I'm multiplying the bottom with 2, what should I multiply the top with? I multiply the bottom and the top with the same number. So what should this number be? Modi, what should this number be? Esther, what should this number be?
It's 2.
Yeah, it's 2. So you're multiplying the bottom with 2. So you should multiply the top with 2 as well.
I got it
You
correct.
multiply your number with the same number on the top and the bottom. So that's your clue. If you multiply the bottom with 2, you should multiply the top with 2.
And
So 4 times 2 is 8. The top one is 3 times 2. What would this be?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna make a new page because it's okay. So let's try that again. So we have 3/4, and then we wanna change it into something that's divided into 8. So that would look like let me do this. Okay.
and
What's up?
and in the last one you were doing,
Mm-hmm.
the last one that you were doing, you know, the 3-2 thingy, the thing that was, you know, up top.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are because you don't know, you know, this 2, you could do 4 times 2 equals 8. No, this 4, and then you go across if you want to. We'll give you
Wait,
8.
which number are we doing?
They the 4, 3, you know, 3 fracted 4.
This one?
The one that's in blue.
Oh, so this one, yeah.
Yeah, you could just do 4 times 2 was 8, you know, like in a straight line. But you could do diagonal, like 4 times the top 2 equals 8.
Yeah, you can do that. It's just, yeah. I mean, you are multiplying your top and your bottom with the same number. So if I wrote a 5 here, I need to write a 5 here as well. Because you multiply, so you basically multiply all the the 2 tops together, and then you put it on top still. And then the bottoms, you multiply the bottom numbers, and then you put it at the bottom. I know this one's kind of confusing. So if we do this, so it's the same thing. I just like copied it over. We're still doing the same number. So this one is 3/4. So I'm just gonna shade. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. Yes. This is right. Right? You agree with me? I'm gonna take that as a yes. So this one, the way we try to solve this with math, I guess, instead of drawing stuff, is you multiply your fraction with another fraction here inside the box. So that's a fraction. You have to figure out what number you have to multiply your fraction with to get this equivalent thing here. Since we know that we're aiming for 8 total slices, we need to multiply your number with something to get 8. So what do you have to multiply to 4 to get 8? 2. So you put 2 here at the bottom. And then whatever you do here in the bottom, you have to do on the top. So you're not messing up your numbers. So if I'm multiplying the bottom with a 2, I should multiply the top with the same number,
2.
which is also 2. So we're trying to figure out this blank, right? So let's just like see.
It's 6.
Yeah, it's 6. So for this one is you multiply things. So 4, like at the bottom. So you do 4 times your 2 here, you get 8. And then at the top, you do 3. And then you multiply with another 2. Because that's what we did at the bottom. We have to do it on the top, and that's a 6. So these are the same circles. I just divided into different slices. So this one's divided into 4. This one's divided into 8. And then by doing this, we're saying that, oh, 3/4 is the same as 6/8. So now I'm shading 6 slices. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, then this is 6. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices. And they look the same, right? You're shading the same portions. Like it's kind of shaped like this. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to try another one?
Can we learn like time?
Time? Okay, yeah.
That was what I was doing.
Yeah, we can do like the last ones for time. Let's see. Let me just grab this one. Give me a sec. Oh, we can't get that. Um, can't find one. This one. Okay, this one. Okay, Esther, how about you do 1A and 1B? Or, okay, let's do the first one together first. So, how you tell time is the smaller hand is for your hours. I'm just going to write it here. And then the big hand is for your minutes. So when you look at this, so yeah. And then you count from 1 to 12. And then your minutes would be from 0 to 60. So for your hours, you just look at where your small hand is pointing at. So
The hour is a small hand.
yeah. Yes. So the hour is your small hand. So wherever it points to, that's the number that your hour is in. So for this one, you just count literally what the number is. So it's close. So it's in between 10 and 9 right here, right? So you have, so if it's in between the numbers, you always go for the lower one. So if it points directly at 10, then it's a 10. But if it's slightly below that, you always go the lower number. So that's going to be a 9. So that's a 9. And then for your minute hand, you see all this like small like dots in between 12 and like 1, and then 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and then so on. each one is a minute here, and then from 12, so for each big number you see here, so 12 to 1, there's 5 minutes in between that. So this one at the very top, like right above 12, that's your 0 mark. And then the next one is a 1, so that's 1 minute. The next one's 2 minutes. Next one's 3. The next one's 4. And then you get the fifth one on the big number that you see. So that just continues until you go around here. This one's going to be a 55, right on 11. This one's going to be 56, 57, 58, 59. And then once you hit 12 again, that's going to be, you're going back to 0, basically. So if every big number that's written here is 5 minutes, you can do your skip counting by 5s until you get to the nearest like number that's written down. So this one, so if this one's a 0, this one's a 5, this is a 10, this is 15, this is 20, this is 25, this is 30, this is 35, 40, this would be 45. So that like exactly on 9 would be 45 minutes. So the time for the first one is 9:45. Okay. Esther, how about you try 1B? And then Modi, you can do 2A.
I have to go.
Oh, you have to go? Okay. Yeah. See you next week then. Have a great night. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay, Modi, how about you do 1B? And then Fola, if you're still there, you can do 2A. Or I can just do them too, if you guys are having trouble. Okay, well, I can just do them, so you can look them up later if you want. So this one, so we look at the small hand first. That's what we put in the left of like the dots. So, so for this one, the small hand is in between 9 and 8. And since it's not like exactly a 9, we always go for the lower number. So it's going to be an 8. So that's an 8. And then we can do skip counting again by 5s. So this one's a 0. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So this is 8:45, which we should have that first clue because this one's also like a 9 for the big one. So it should give you the same minute like reading for that. And the last one for today will be this one, 2A. If you guys have the answer, you can just like tell me. If not, I'll just go over.
The answer is 1:30.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Because the middle hand is not at 2.
Yeah.
So if it's not at 2, it's 1.
Yeah, so since it's not a 2, you go for the lower one. So one before that, so that's going to be a 1. And then you can do skip counting again. So this one's 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, exactly on the 6. So that's 1:30. So yeah. That is all we have for today. It's 6 o'clock. So if you guys have any like last minute questions, like
Yes.
ask now.
I do not know my, wait, what was it? I don't know my 6th name. No, there's nothing. There's nothing I need to ask you. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. If you do think of anything, you can email Miss Lillian, and then she can let us know for next week.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything that you wanna go over next week so we can prepare or no?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want for next week?
I'm gonna do multiplication, division, plus math, plus subtraction. All of them. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, actually James is gonna be teaching next week, so yeah, so he can
Where
prepare for
will
that one.
you be?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not scheduled for next week, so I'm just gonna be in my house. I'm not gonna do anything.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, have a great night, Modi, Bola, Lillian, and James. I'll see you guys in like a couple weeks. Bye.
Bye.